The council chamber floated in the vacuum between stars, a construct of pure energy and mathematical certainty. Ambassador Elsa Chen stood before the assembled representatives of the Galactic Convergence, her boots mag-locked to the observation platform as holographic projections of 1,000 alien species flickered around her like angry stars. The Catherine Imperator, a being of crystalline thought matrices housed in a 40-meter containment field, pulsed with electromagnetic indignation. "Human, you have heard our terms. Your species will submit to Convergence authority within 3 planetary rotations, or we will commence orbital sterilization of your homeworld." Elsa's smile was small, almost imperceptible. Alex Rodriguez, her military liaison, stood 2 meters behind her, his expression carved from stone. He'd seen that smile before during the Mars Rebellion negotiations. It never meant anything good for the opposition. "Imperator," Elsa said, her voice carrying through the translation matrix with perfect clarity, "I appreciate the ultimatum. It's very traditional, but I'm afraid you've made a fundamental error in your assessment." The chamber rippled with what the translation software interpreted as laughter. The Vexral delegate, a methane-breathing collective consciousness, transmitted their amusement directly into the neural field. "Error. Small mammal, we have conquered 217 systems. We have absorbed civilizations that had mastered dimensional folding while your ancestors still hunted with sharpened stones." "That's precisely the problem," Elsa replied, pulling up her own holographic display. "You've conquered civilizations, advanced, peaceful civilizations that had outgrown warfare, species that valued logic over violence, cooperation over conflict." She paused, letting her fingers dance across the haptic interface. "You've never fought humans." Alex stepped forward, his tactical implant feeding real-time data to Elsa's display. "Show them," he said quietly. The hologram expanded, filling the chamber with a 3-dimensional battlefield. The Convergence delegates watched as human soldiers moved through a simulated combat scenario, not against each other, but against themselves. "This is from our training protocol 7, Elsa explained. "We call it maximum adversary. When humans prepare for war, we don't train against lesser opponents. We train against the most vicious, unpredictable, strategically brilliant enemy we can imagine." She zoomed in on a squad executing a coordinated ambush. "That enemy is us." The Catherine Imperator's field dimmed slightly. "Curious but irrelevant. You possess no weapon capable of penetrating our fleet shields. Your kinetic accelerators are primitive. Your fusion warheads are already obsolete," Elsa interrupted. "Exactly our point. You've analyzed our military based on what we've shown you, our registered fleet, our declared armaments." The smile widened. "You really should have studied our history more carefully." She pulled up another display, this one showing Earth's timeline. "We are a species that has been at war with ourselves for our entire recorded history. We have approximately 15,000 distinct ethnic groups, 200 major nations, and 8 billion individuals who can't agree on anything." The timeline highlighted conflicts, innovations, tactical revolutions. And yet, the moment an external threat appears, we become something else entirely. Alex activated his combat recorder, projecting his own memories into the shared space. The delegates watched as human soldiers fought in the Jovian asteroid belt, outnumbered 10-to-1 by corporate security forces. They saw tactics that made no logical sense: sacrificial maneuvers, kamikaze runs, soldiers deliberately putting themselves in harm's way to gain microscopic advantages. "This is insanity," the Vexral transmitted. "No rational species employs such wasteful strategies." "That's what the others said too," Alex replied, his voice flat. "The Mars Colonial Authority had better ships, better weapons, superior positioning. They lost in 6 weeks because they didn't understand that humans don't stop. Ever. We adapt, we improvise, and we absolutely refuse to quit, even when quitting is the logical choice." Elsa pulled up a final display, this one showing current orbital positions around Earth. Imperator, you have 300 ships in attack formation around my homeworld. Impressive. Overwhelming force by any conventional measure. She highlighted seemingly empty regions of space. But your sensors are calibrated for conventional warfare. They're designed to detect energy signatures, mass drivers, fusion reactors. The empty space suddenly lit up with thousands of contacts. What you're not seeing, Elsa continued, are the 17,000 kinetic kill vehicles we've had in stealth orbits for the past decade. Inert metal, no energy signature, essentially invisible. Each one programmed with the exact specifications of your shield harmonics, which we've been passively recording since you entered the system 3 days ago. The chamber fell silent. You're also not detecting the nanoscale disassemblers we introduced into your fleet's maintenance protocols when you accepted that cultural exchange last year. Right now, they're dormant, waiting. Elsa's smile disappeared entirely. And you certainly haven't noticed that every human ship you've tracked and dismissed as civilian transport has been carrying antimatter containment cores in shielded cargo holds. The Catherine Imperator's field flickered with what might have been fear. This is a bluff. You would never deploy weapons of such. Imperator, Alex interrupted. Humans invented the concept of mutually assured destruction. We built weapons capable of ending all life on our planet dozens of times over, and we pointed them at ourselves for nearly a century. The constant threat of total annihilation was just background noise to us. Elsa stepped closer to the holographic projection of the Imperator. You gave us 3 days to surrender. That's 3 days we've spent finalizing targeting solutions, triple-checking fail-safes, and coordinating with every combat-capable human in the solar system. She checked her chronometer. Your ships will begin experiencing catastrophic systems failures in approximately 45 seconds. The nanoscale disassemblers activate first. Then the kinetic swarm launches. After that, if anything's still functional, the antimatter packages deploy. You're willing to sacrifice your own people, the Vexral demanded. No, Elsa said softly. We're willing to sacrifice everything to remain free. That's the difference between humans and every other species you've conquered. We'd rather die on our feet than live on our knees, and we'll take you with us if that's what it takes. Alex pulled up a final tactical display. 30 seconds, Ambassador. The Catherine Imperator's field pulsed rapidly, electromagnetic panic bleeding into the translation matrix. Wait, perhaps we have been hasty. Negotiations could be. 20 seconds, Alex said. Elsa raised her hand. Imperator, I'm going to stop the countdown, but understand this. Humanity is never going to surrender. Not today, not in 3 days, not in 3,000 years. We are chaos made flesh, and we've had millions of years to perfect the art of controlled violence. She gestured at the display showing the Convergence fleet, now highlighted with thousands of targeting reticules. You want to know why you won't last 3 seconds? Because 3 seconds is how long it takes for humans to decide that diplomacy has failed and war has begun. And once we make that decision, we don't stop until we've won or there's nothing left to fight for. The Imperator's containment field dimmed to barely perceptible levels. The Convergence withdraws its ultimatum. Smart choice, Elsa said, finally allowing genuine warmth into her smile. Now shall we discuss actual terms, trade, cultural exchange, mutual defense pacts. We're really quite pleasant when we're not being threatened with extinction. As the Convergence fleet began its retreat, Alex leaned close to Elsa. You know half of those weapon systems don't actually exist, right? They don't know that, Elsa whispered back. And now they never will. Sometimes the most effective weapon is the one you never have to fire. The human ambassador watched the alien armada vanish into faster-than-light transit, her smile never wavering. Humanity had won its first interstellar war without firing a single shot, using nothing more than reputation, misdirection, and the galaxy's justified fear of what humans might do when pushed too far. After all, any species crazy enough to aim weapons of mass destruction at themselves for generations was clearly capable of anything.